Okay, so in this video, I will explain on the last question, which is about the capital gain. So in this question, they gave us stock WXYZ. Okay, so WXY, you can calculate by yourself because the calculation is similar to the previous question. But here, I just want to highlight on the Z, stock Z, because in this question, they provide two type of growth rate. Okay, so here the question gave us the required rate return 60%. So the current dividend is $2.80, and then the stock Z, the growth initially, the first 2 years they said 20%, but after that is 12% constant growth. So the question asks us to find what is the dividend yield and also the capital gain. So in order to find dividend yield, so we have to use this formula, which is D1 divided by PO. PO is the current share price. But the thing is, we didn't know what is the current share price, so that's why we have to find the amount of the current share price. Okay, but here this question is a bit different from the Stone Sour question, because Stone Sour has already given us the exact amount of dividend. But in here, in this question, they just give us the current dividend, which is the DO 2.8. So we have to find what is the amount of dividend in year 1 and also year 2. So first, you calculate this. You need to find the exact amount for the dividend in year 1. Okay, so 2.8 times with 1 plus the growth. So here the growth, the first year is 20%, so that's why 1 plus 0.2. Then you will get 3.36. And then the second dividend, you take the answer, the first dividend, 3.36 times with 0.2, because the second year is still 20%. Then you will get the answer. Okay, so now we already know the amount of dividend in year 1 and also in year 2. Okay, so now we have to present value the amount of D1 and also D2, and you will substitute the formula in here for D1 and D2. That means in this formula, you present value the dividend in year 1, you present value the dividend in year 2. Okay, and then we plus with P2. Why P2? Because we already know the exact amount of a dividend in year 2. Okay, so when we know what is the exact amount of D2, that means we can find what is the price in year 2. Okay, so in order to find the price in year 2, so we need to have the dividend in year 3. But the thing is, we didn't know what is the dividend in year 3, so that's why we can use the dividend in year 2. Okay, by using the formula of the dividend growth model. And then here is you need to be careful of the growth rate, because in the question said the first 2 years is 20%, and then after 2 years is constant growth, which is 12%. So that's why dividend in year 2, 4.032 times with 1 plus G is 12%, not 20%. Okay, and then you will get the answer for P2. And then you substitute the amount of P2 in this formula. That means you present value of the price share in year 2. So when you calculate it, you will get the current of the share price. But don't forget, the question asks us to find dividend yield and capital gain. Okay, so when you look at this formula, these are the dividend yield, D1 divided by PO. So why the formula is D1 divided by P0? So when we look at the formula of the dividend, the growth model, okay, so PO is equals to dividend in year 1 divided by R minus G. This R minus G, okay, the amount of R, which is the required rate return, minus with the growth, you will get the dividend yield. So that's why the formula for dividend yield will become D1 divided by P0. So you already know the amount of D1. We already calculate in this part. And then you also know the current of the share price. So that's why you can find the amount of a dividend yield. And then to find the capital gain is R minus DY. So do remember why the formula is R is a return, required rate of return, minus the dividend yield. Because in the previous lecture, the required return consists of capital gain and also the dividend yield. So when you calculate it, you will get 12.26. Okay, so if you notice that the capital gain here is representing the growth rate. Okay, and you can see that here we calculate is 12.26%, and then when we look back at the question, they state constant growth is 12%. So that is the one way to find out whether you get the correct answer for capital gain.